So where do we start from? Let's see.
Just introduce ourselves.
Oh, I'm Chris Madu.
And I'm Ify.
And here's our story, right?
Yes.
We can actually look at it in 3 parts. Yeah, I like putting it that way.
3 parts?
Yeah, part 1, part 2, part 3. So part 1 starts with me, right? So back in 2012, around the summer of 2012, my friend Ify's brother-in-law and my friend Lawrence had just met his wife. At that time, I mean, I don't think he knew her that much at that time, but he just met his wife at that time, and we're just telling us, you know, guys always hang out and talk about this kind of thing. So it's like, oh, there's this guy I just met, and then she's cool, she's all that good stuff.
And that's Inky.
And that's Inky, right? So and then he now shows me a picture. I'm like, oh wow, she got sisters, you know. He's like, oh yeah, she actually has a sister. I'm like, you're joking, right? It's like, right, yeah, she has a sister. Then Lawrence goes ahead and shows me Ify's pictures and stuff. I'm like, oh wow, she's actually very beautiful, you know, and all that good stuff. And I'm like, so so when am I gonna meet her? He's like, oh, she has a graduation coming up in like a month or so, so maybe you could probably show up for it, you know, and we go from there. I'm like, okay, I'll see what I'm gonna do about that. But anyways,
that was my graduation party.
Yeah, from
2012.
pharmacy school, right?
Yeah, from pharmacy school.
2012. So I was like, yeah, all that good stuff. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. But yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, you did. I didn't know about this, so I didn't know that you existed.
Yeah,
I didn't know that you were even planning on coming. I didn't even know that you were real.
That didn't happen.
Yeah,
I'm sure that we all had stuff going on in our lives at that time, so that never happened. And then 2012 goes by, 2013 comes around. I remember one time around 2013, I was like asking Lauren, oh, Lauren, what's up with that girl? What's up with Ify? Like, oh, dude, you're slow. Just, you know, you're slow. Like, you're slow. That's what I kept telling me. I'm like, oh, I guess that means she's taken, right? Oh, whatever.
Or in a situation.
Oh, in a situation, you know. Or what did they call that stuff?
Situationship?
Yeah, situationship. I think so I was like, let's see. I guess I'll probably just move on. Then, come summer 2000.
Were you heartbroken?
Not really. I didn't know you, so I can't be heartbroken. So.
Okay.
So, but I mean, obviously, it was like, oh wow, I missed out. Probably, I missed out on what was gonna be mine. I don't really know, but I never got a chance to know what it could have been at that time. So then forward to summer 2014.
Yeah.
This is like about the week that the World Cup started. The World Cup in Brazil, right?
Yeah. And we always like the World Cup is like
it's like our thing.
Yeah,
right now,
because that's when we first started talking.
So then what happens is the World Cup comes around, and then one weekend, I think the second week of the World Cup, you know, this is around like the 10th of June or so. A couple of pictures pops up on my feed, you know, from one of our mutual friends. That's Gina. So Gina puts up those pictures on her Facebook, and coincidentally, I was actually on my laptop at that time. So, and I was doing some work on my laptop. Obviously, you know, we all use Facebook to relax, you know. I went on Facebook, then I saw these pictures on my feed from Gina's post. So I'm like, oh wow, who's this girl? And Ify was in the pictures. I'm like, who's this girl? Like, wow, she's pretty, you know. She's hot. Then like, I check her name. Sorry, I wasn't stalking. I was just trying to get information.
No, you
There's
were
a difference between stalking and investigation.
And gathering information. That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
So I was like, let me see right now what's happening. Let me check her profile. So I went through her pictures, and I'm like, wait, this is that girl Lawrence told me about, you know, 2 years ago, Ify. Because I could see her pictures and Inky's pictures, and there were similar pictures Lawrence had shown me in the past. It's like, this is that same girl. This is Ify. Oh wow. Do I send a friend request? I remember Lawrence gave me the hint that she was in a situationship. I remember, so I don't know how that
If it
may
was
have
still
progressed
current.
or not. So like, anyways, there's no harm in me sending her a friend request. So I sent her a friend request, and then thank God she thought it how will I put it? She thought it right to accept my friend request. And then after she accepted my friend request, I think I noticed it like the next day or so. I was happy. I'm like, oh shit.
The next day?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed it the next day.
Oh.
Yeah.
So was it at night that you sent me?
Yeah, I sent it at night.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, she accepted the friend request. Wow, I'm lucky. So then I was thinking, okay, now she's my friend on Facebook. So let me just plan this out. Maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll probably send her a message, whatever, right? At this point, I'm like thinking what's gonna happen next. Maybe
you said a couple weeks you're gonna send me a message. Wow, weeks. You're gonna leave me hanging for weeks.
Maybe I was gonna probably I think I was thinking maybe I'll probably call Lawrence up. I'm like, okay, good. See what happened. I actually came across Ify on my Facebook, feed, and I sent her a friend request. Now we're Facebook friends. So where do I go to from here? That was what I was thinking at first. Then I was like, yeah, let's just see what happens. Then I made a comment on Facebook. Right?
Yeah, like
a post about the World Cup. I actually remember that particular post. It was about how women are all watching the World Cup right now, and guys will be thinking that their girlfriends are all there trying to watch the soccer game or the football game. Meanwhile, they're actually checking out the players' haircuts, because that World Cup had a couple like crazy haircuts with the men, football teams. So I was like. So I made that comment, and then she liked it. I'm like, oh, she noticed me. That's something good, So at that point, I'm like, I mean, what harm is this gonna cause if I probably send her a message? So I went ahead and sent her a Facebook message, and then thank God she replied like the same second. Like, oh wow.
Wait, you have to say the same second though?
I'm like, oh,
you don't have to say that part.
I think she was waiting for my message. So yeah, so that was when we started communicating, and yeah, so Ify.
So my story.
Yeah, what happened when you got my friend request? Yeah, I guess that's where your
my story starts. Okay, so because I didn't know about Chris beforehand, so yeah, it was during Summer World Cup, and I was off work that day, and I go on my laptop, and I went on Facebook, and I saw a friend request, and it was from Chris Madu, and then we had a mutual friend that was Lawrence, like on Facebook, and I thought I met you before. That's why I was like, okay, he probably knows me. That's why, you sent me a request. So I think either before I accepted or after, I remember I texted Inky and Lawrence like, oh, do I know him? Did I meet him in Pittsburgh or something? And then Inky was like, no, you never met him before. And I was like, oh, okay. And Lawrence was like, oh, one of my friends that, from my DC group. And I was like, okay. So I accepted your request. One, because you looked normal, you looked good, because you know how you get those creepy, crusty Facebook requests. So I accepted because you look normal, you're in the country, because sometimes you get those requests from someone that's across the world. And then we had a mutual friend, so I accepted, and I was like, okay, he's cute, so like, what is he gonna do? So then nothing. Like I was surprised he didn't like send me like an inbox message or something. And then I was just like, so I was kind of like, at home, like, hello, like, is he gonna do something? So then that's when you wrote your post on Facebook, and I was okay, let me like it. So I liked it, so you can, like, hello, like, what's going on here? You send me a request and then go ghost, right? So I liked your post, and then you sent me a message on Facebook, and then we chatted for hours.
Like that first day we became friends on Facebook, and the first time I sent her a message, we chatted about nothing.
Yeah,
about,
we weren't talking about anything
about like
specific.
Like just whatever.
The only thing we knew about each other was our first names. That's it.
And that we both have a mutual friend called Lawrence.
Yeah.
And that Inky is her sister. So we chatted for like probably 5 or 6 hours on Facebook.
Yeah, hours.
Just saying nothing.
Cracking jokes.
Laughing,
posting emojis and GIFs and stuff like that.
And then we had a couple of like World Cup emojis that also come out at that time.
Yeah.
Playing with them. So we like for like probably 5 to 6 hours, and then she was about to go. I think she was about to go grocery shopping or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll let you go grocery shopping. Then the next day, I think you went to work that day, so we chatted a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Then at that point, I asked her, "Do you mind if I get your number?" And guess what her response was? She's like, I don't normally do this. You know,
because I don't.
You guys know that signature reply, right?
No, because I don't.
I'm sure you all know that signature reply, right?
Babe,
I don't normally do this.
Because I don't. Because you don't want to be giving numbers to people that be bothering you.
I know. I mean, I'll believe that. Yeah. So she's
Do you believe me when I said that?
Yeah, I did a little bit. So so she now said that yeah, I'm gonna but here's my number. So I got her number, called her up, talked for a little bit. Then after that period, I also asked her for, I think at that point we didn't have WhatsApp video calls yet.
Yeah.
So we used Skype more. So we Skype video calls, you know, and that's how we started like
talking. We talked every day.
Talking, chatting from day to day. It was always exciting to want to talk to each other at the end of the day and stuff like that. And then come the weekend of July 4th. So at this point, we've not met each other.
Yeah, we've only been talking through phone.
So one part is my part of me knowing Ify and finally sending a friend request. Part 2 is her own part of, you know, see my friend request. Part 3 is when we finally meet in person.
Yeah.
So July 4th weekend comes around. Yeah. And I'm traveling to Maryland, DC for a friend's wedding. And Ify's traveling to Boston for an event.
Yeah, Inky and I were going to Boston for...
So I get to DC and I tell them, oh, I'm in DC, the wedding was awesome. I think it was on a Friday or so. And then she's like, oh, we're leaving for Boston, I think Friday afternoon in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you guys won't believe what happened. Babe, tell them.
So Inky and I's flight got canceled in DC. So we were stuck there for a night in DC. So
July 4th itself.
Yeah. So our airline gave us accommodations, and then when we got to the hotel, I was like, okay, well, Chris said he was in DC, so let me, you know, hit him up and say, hey, I'm actually in town. So I let you know that I was in town.
And then I was actually at the wedding. The wedding happened the day before. That was July the 3rd. So July 4th, we're actually having like a, you know, after wedding party, you know, stroke barbecue at my friend's place. And then she hits me up, I'm like, I'm in town. I'm like, you're in town? Okay, I need to meet her today. I need to meet her today.
Because we've never met in person.
So we never met in person. So she sent me the address of her hotel. So after hanging out at the barbecue for some hours, I drive over to a hotel. And then I park in the parking lot. Definitely very close to the hotel entrance as well. So it's not dark or whatever, so she doesn't get scared when she comes out and wonders, who's this guy who's parking in the dark and wants to meet me.
Right.
So I park there, and I come out of the car and I call her like, I'm here.
Yeah, and then I come down.
And she comes down. Oh wow, she looks a lot better in her pictures. That's what I told myself, for real. Like for real.
Wait, what?
I told myself that she looks a lot better than in her pictures, you know, like...
I look better in person than my pictures?
Yeah, in person, yeah,
okay.
than your pictures. I'm like, oh, that's a good thing. Then she comes, obviously she's very shy, very, very shy.
Whatever. Well, what do you want, how do you want me to be when I first
And I think at that point I probably gave her like a handshake, I think.
A handshake?
No, at that point, like that first time when we just met. I don't even think we even gave a handshake.
No, I don't think you gave me. Because if you give me, I remember if you.
Yeah, sorry, I don't think we probably even exchanged any form of like formal like contact or whatever.
You didn't give me a hug or anything?
At that point, no, I don't think I gave you a hug at that point. I'm like, oh yeah, Chris, Ify. So I'm like, can we just let's just sit in my car and just like, you know, chit chat or whatever. And yeah, we got in the car. She was wearing this cupcake t-shirt, you know.
I was wearing my jammies.
And then she was already in her jammies as well with the cupcake t-shirt. And then we just chatted for like maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes or about.
Yeah.
And then we chatted until it was like past midnight as well. So then I'm like, oh, awesome. So you guys are leaving tomorrow morning to Boston, all of that good stuff. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll probably, you know, call you. You know how your trip goes, and let's see what happens. So then I walk her back to the hotel reception, right? and give her a hug and tell her good night. And she's so shy. Like, she was so shy. Like, it's unbelievable, actually. She was very shy.
Because I'm shy.
Yeah, she's actually a very shy person, if you guys don't know. So, I'm shy, but she's more shy than myself.
You're shy?
So she's more shy than myself, though.
You're shy?
So, I am, babe. It comes out sometimes, but I am. Definitely at that point I hug her, and then she goes back to her room, and I'm so excited. And then I'm like wondering, like, now I've met her, so what happens?
So now
next,
what?
You know.
I was excited to meet you for the. I mean, you were nice.
So let's forward back to like those months that went by. We kept in touch, we talked to each other as much as we could.
Yeah.
And then Labor Day weekend comes around.
Oh yeah.
Right? In ending of August, early September, yeah. And then that's the first time we actually get to meet and hang out, because
because we didn't.
Yeah, the last time we didn't hang out,
so
we didn't have a date or anything.
Yeah.
So we now she was actually traveling to Pittsburgh to help her friend move and hang out with her friends and her friend Nike. So. And then I was like, all right, okay, good. That's not far from me. Just like
it was like a halfway point.
Yeah, a halfway point for both of us, because she had to come from Ohio, Hamilton, Ohio, Cincinnati part of Ohio, and I was coming from State College in Pennsylvania. So we meet there, hang out, and we now that night we met up. Like finally we're together in a more like planned environment, not just by coincidence. So the next day we now went out for our first date at Nola restaurant in Pittsburgh. And then we had our first date, which was really fun. Then from that point we went out for Pittsburgh.
Remember the baseball game?
Yeah, the Pittsburgh game.
The Pirates game.
The Pittsburgh Pirates game, and that was my first baseball game as well. My first professional baseball game. But yeah, that's what happened. We hung out that weekend, went out to the club, went out, at night as well.
Yeah, we did go out.
Then it was so much fun.
It was fun.
Then her friend was actually moving as well that weekend.
Yeah, Nike was moving out of Pittsburgh.
So we helped her.
So we helped her move
her stuff.
And you were sweet to help somebody move that you don't even know. Moving all this stuff. And
yeah, we really did a good job moving the stuff together. Myself, Nike, and Nike's husband, and Ify did a good job. And then it was now time for us to go our separate ways again. And it was, at that point it kind of like hurt a little bit, because I think we were already getting to like ourselves a lot. So it was a little bit painful, like hurting, like, oh, I don't know, next I'm gonna see her,
And I wasn't all the way sure. I was like, oh, I hope he liked me.
And then Ify, I mean, this is what she told me afterwards. She's like, so after that meeting, I dropped her off at the bus station because she came with the bus. I dropped off at the bus station. And then I drive back home. I drive back to my own town. So later on, we're having this conversation, back and forth, chatting, talking, and then we're planning when next time we're gonna meet and everything else. And then she's telling me, after that weekend, that she's surprised I still want to see her. I'm like,
I was surprised that you still wanted to see me.
No, because I
don't know if you liked me or not.
Like, she didn't know if I liked her, and I'm like, oh, I guess maybe. I don't know why you thought that, but I really felt a connection with you, and I really liked you. So then we started, after that point, we paid each other a visit for the first time, right?
Yeah.
If you visited me, I visited her, and we tried to make sure we paid each other a visitation or saw each other somewhere.
Yeah, every month.
Every month, we just had that unwritten rule. And it worked out great.
Because we were how many hours apart?
She was like 7 hours away
7 hours
from me. So I used to like drive over there. Wow.
Yeah.
What love does to you, right? So, and then we had a great time courting, right? That's what it's gonna be called. So we see each other as much as we could, talk to each other as much as we could. And then I remember then Ify's mom comes into the picture. Like, I think Ify's very, very close to her mom, if you guys don't know. I'm sure you guys already know that.
Yeah, they know.
She's very close to her mom. So she was telling her mom all these things about me. I mean, when she finally told me
I was telling mommy about you from like, from the first day.
So I was like, why is she saying all these things to her mom? Like, this is too much information.
What do you mean?
So then I remember Valentine's Day 2015 comes around. I went to visit Ify, and
that was our first Valentine's.
Yeah, that was our first Valentine's. Then,
remember what restaurant we ate at?
it was the Italian restaurant.
Yeah,
the
La
V.
Vie.
Yeah.
La Vie.
So we went there, had dinner. Then the day after Valentine's Day, Ify's mom called on a video call. So we're all there, myself, Ify, and Inky, because Inky came around as well that day. So we're all chatting and stuff. So the mom is like, "Oh, so this is the Chris." I'm like, "Oh my God, what does Ify told her mom about me?" So we just chatted back and forth.
I just told you how you're so sweet.
We just chatted back and forth and stuff, and it was really fun talking with her for the first time. So later on, I left. I think the day after, back to Pennsylvania. And then Easter comes around. And Ify tells me that, "Oh, Chris, my mom is inviting me for Easter." I'm like, "Huh? What? Where? Let me get this. Where? Like to like some resort or to some like neutral area?" She's like, "No, to their family house in Canton, Ohio."
How long has that been since?
It's like been like 6 months or like no, that's like 8 months. 8 months since I first.
Since we first started talking?
Yeah, about 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah, because remember June?
Dang.
July, August. Yeah, about 9 months.
8 months.
So when she now,
I'm sorry.
when she now said that, I was like, "All right, babe, I can't come." That's why I said at birthday.
Yeah, and I was
and she was so
sad.
sad and everything. So in my mind, I'm thinking, let me get this. I mean,
I was sad, and then I got
we're both Nigerians, right? And we are both from the Igbo tribe, so we kind of understand our traditions a little bit.
Yeah.
Usually, we might. I mean, Ify might be a little bit Americanized compared to me, definitely. But when I don't go and visit an Igbo family's house, because I'm talking to the daughter, except I probably have a ring in hand. You guys get that? So I'm like thinking like, okay, wait, let me get this. Ify's inviting me over to her family house.
But when I invited you, did you think I was being serious or just be like, oh, just...
No, I told you, I think at first we were just saying it. At first I thought that we were just saying it. But when you insisted, like the day after, and then you got mad about it when I said I wasn't going to come.
Yeah.
And you was really serious. Like, it was true that your mom was inviting me. It was true that you really wanted me to come too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't make it. Then obviously that weekend comes around. By the way, the days that went by before that weekend, we didn't talk so much because she was so upset.
Yeah, I was upset.
So definitely we that weekend comes around. So the Saturday before Easter, because she worked on Friday, so she had just Saturday and Sunday off. So then I called her up. I think that was about 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Like,
yeah, I was already in Canton, right?
She was already in Canton.
Yeah, I was already in Canton.
I was like,
and I was like, yeah.
I'm like, I'm on my way to Canton.
Cause I already said, okay, he's not coming, so.
She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way to Canton.
Like you told me when you left.
So I'm like,
in the car on the road on his way to Canton.
I was driving.
And I was like,
and then she was like,
wait, hold on.
Wait, what's happening? I mean, I don't know. I can only imagine being an Igbo person, also having many sisters. I can only imagine what Ify had to go through within that short period of time to let her parents, especially her dad, know that I was coming. When she hadn't mentioned anything ever. So, but anyways, I guess she handled that because I got there and it was an awesome weekend. Had a great time with
it was
family.
the best weekend ever.
It was awesome.
So good.
It was good. Had a great interaction with her parents as well. I got a good vibe from the family. Got a good vibe from her parents. Got a good vibe from my little brother. Got a good vibe from the entire family. So it was great.
It was like it was like they all met you before.
I was very happy I made the trip. So now, sometime in 2015, May 2015, right?
Yeah.
Ify post a picture of me on her profile. And then
I posted on my Instagram.
The MCM picture and all of that stuff.
It was a joke to him.
It was a joke because she was like telling me like, Chris, this picture looks like you're in the NFL and stuff.
Yeah, because that was when you sent me the friend request, I looked at your pictures on Facebook and I saw that one night. For a second I was like, oh, does he play for the NFL? Because you look like an NFL player. You had a jersey on and
so I'm like
all buff.
Okay, so she was like, that looks like you look like you're in the NFL from this picture. I'm like, okay, I get that, but I don't believe that. She's like, you'll be surprised. If I posted this picture, you'll be surprised what people will say, about the NFL look or whatever. And
I posted
when she posted it.
I posted it.
A couple of comments under the picture even give me a name and give me a team.
People were like, "Oh, he actually played. His name is this, and he plays for that."
Oh my God!
No, his name is this, plays for that. Because I was like, "Who's this NFL player that's so cute?" Let him know that I'm available.
I didn't even know she had posted it until after she posted it. And I saw, I'm like, oh my God. So it's like, let's see what they say, right? So those comments came by, and
because I meant to take it down.
Yeah, we just even forgot about it.
I totally forgot. Left it up there till today.
Towards the end of 2015, it's hitting me more and more that this is the one. Like everything looks good. Everything looks good.
Everybody feels great.
I love what I'm feeling basically. So this could just be the one. So now I tell my parents about it as well, and then your birthday comes around April 8th, right? Yeah. Then I visit her for her birthday, and we spend time. And I'd actually fractured my did I say fracture or torn ligament in my left ankle?
Yeah.
So that's what love does to you. Just to get on the road with a torn left ankle and drive for like 350 miles. Oh my God. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. So 3 weeks after that,
because
Ify posts this picture, one of the pictures we had from the photo shoot.
Yeah.
She posted this
for my
picture.
birthday dinner.
Yeah, for my birthday, the night of her birthday dinner, before I went out for the birthday dinner. So she posted this picture. So after she posted it, I'm like,
I posted it, and then didn't I leave for Spain?
Yeah,
that
for
same
Spain
time?
That same day you posted
I posted it and I left for Spain.
So by the time she gets to Spain,
I land in Spain.
And by the time I wake up in the US,
turn my phone on, and then it's like
the picture went viral. You guys
that
probably
picture,
read all that story that went out. Oh, this girl met this guy on Instagram.
Yeah, because remember that girl? She put that birthday picture and the other picture, the joke picture
about Tristan NFL player.
Yeah, she put it together,
and then everybody just
and posted it on Twitter, and everyone retweeted it.
Retweeted it. He had all these tweets. It went viral.
Yeah, it went viral. We were on
I would never have thought that my picture would go viral. Even if it was going to go viral, it should have gone viral for probably me becoming the first scientist that probably went to Jupiter or something. Not for going viral because I met my wife, So I didn't, so it was just crazy. It went viral, so we're like, oh my God, what's happening?
It was ridiculous.
And every day, every hour, new blogs.
They carried it, and then they would add more to the
story.
To make it more interesting.
And they'll grab more of our pictures and put it up there and stuff. I was like, okay.
They just made stories.
Like, when are we gonna be taking up the viral scene? We kept wondering when it was gonna happen. I mean, it was like, it was fun but not fun because it was one of those things whereby your love story is being distorted in the media.
Yeah, into something else.
Nobody, probably even the few people that know you, have to like defend your story out there, but the rest of the masses don't know it, so they believe what the blogs are carrying. So I think that was a part that wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, and then it was like none of the blogs even asked us about our love story.
Reached us about what's happening.
Because they made it up and they added it and never asked us so how did you guys really meet?
Obviously, at this point, I'm already planning to propose to Ify. So we came around her family house for our sister's graduation. So when our sister graduation comes around, it went by pretty. It was
that was
awesome.
2016, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It went well. That was May 2016. And after the graduation, the day after, I called Ify's parents, and I'm like, all right, parents. I want to let you guys know that I want to ask you guys permission to marry your daughter. They were happy about it. They gave me their blessings and their permission. Then they called Ify into the room as well. Like, okay, this is what Chris said. It's you that's gonna make that decision, not us. So Ify said, she was very shy. I'm sure it was like the first time for her dad to be asking her that kind of questions, so she didn't know how to deal with it. So she was very shy and everything. She's like, that's what I want. That's what
I want.
So we had that part, which was nice and cool. And then we now I was planning the proposal in the background. Ify knew nothing about it, like she knew nothing about it. So I'm planning the proposal with her mom and her sister and Lawrence and some of my friends and her best friend, you know, and Gina. So we're having all these plans in the background, and Ify knew nothing about it. So I was like looking for an opportunity that will all be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
So her cousin's wedding was coming up June 25th, 2016 in DC, Baltimore. Yeah. So I was now like, oh, that would be a great opportunity for me to propose. So I'm like, all right, let me start making plans towards that. So I called up her mom. Obviously at this point, I already went engagement ring shopping with you one time.
Yeah, we went to the store.
We went to a couple of stores.
So you know my size.
I know her size.
And
I know
like what I like.
she likes. She likes the
So you get it right.
shape.
So you get it right.
You know, she likes the pear shape. So at this point, I'm like knocking my head out. Like, I need to get a pear shape. I need to get a pear shape.
And then what did you learn about the pear shape?
Like, what do you mean? What did I learn about it?
That it's rare. It's hard
No,
to
it's
find.
rare. Yeah, it was very difficult to actually find it. So I was like,
Because
you
I'm
could go
rare.
to a jewelry store, and then you probably have all other shapes, but you won't find a pear shape.
Yeah.
So finally, you know, I find one that I believe she would love as well. And then I got that one, and then I made all the preparations with her mom. Then that weekend comes around, so on June, the plan was to propose on June 24th. At that point, they'll all be in Baltimore. I'll be there too. So I went to Baltimore a day before they came in, that was on the 23rd. Because I wanted to go like scout the area I'm going to propose and everything. So I actually went to the Baltimore Harbor. That was like a very good look. And the night look of the Baltimore Harbor is really awesome because you have all these lights reflecting on the ocean. So and you know, the sheep packed in the background, so it was really cool. So I chose a spot. I'm like, all right, I guess it's gonna happen here. So, but she doesn't know all this is happening at this point.
And then the next day.
So the next day, they're not
Mommy and I went on a road trip
from Ohio
to
Baltimore.
Just Mommy and I, and we just driving. I didn't know what was going on, you know. And I even text Erica like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna be in town. You know, if you're available, we could meet up. I forget what I said, you know. Meanwhile, you know, she's already part of the plans and stuff. And then on our way down to Baltimore, I wanted to do my nails that weekend. So Mommy suggested I go do my nails before we get to Baltimore. So I did my nails on the way there and stuff like that. You know, Mommy was trying to make me, you know, get my nails done. Because I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'll wait till tomorrow, like Saturday morning. Oh, maybe I'll, whatever. So I got my nails done.
Yep, and then she gets to Baltimore.
Yeah, we checked into our hotel.
She's chatting with me as well. That way, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because then we met up with Inky and Lawrence.
Lawrence and Inky came and met you
guys at the hotel, and we all checked in, getting ready for the event we're supposed to go to that night. And then we get dressed, and then you're supposed to be coming into town. And then I'm like, okay, are you here yet? And you're like, no, I'll probably just meet you guys there. Where we're supposed to hang out. And I was like, okay. So then Mommy and Junior go, and then it's me and Inky and Lawrence. And then we're getting ready to go meet you to go out. Actually,
Mommy and Junior they actually came to meet me.
Yeah.
Where I was.
But I didn't know that. I thought they were going to the.
And then her best friend Erica came as well. And then a couple of my friends, Gina, you know, we're all there waiting for her, but she didn't know at this point. So she's hitting me up like, so where are we gonna meet? I'm like, oh, somewhere in Baltimore. I think Lawrence knows where we're gonna meet, so he has the address and everything. Meanwhile, I'm also talking to Lawrence and everything to know where I am exactly and everything else. So then, when we're there, Lawrence lets me know that they're actually almost there. So I now move the rest of the crowd towards like a hidden section, and I'm the only one waiting just by the Baltimore Harbor, right?
Yeah.
Then there she appears with Lawrence and Inky
walking
up towards me.
Yeah, because we parked and then we got out the car, and then Lawrence and Inky were trying to find where
Chris was.
Yeah, where you were, but like the place we were supposed to meet you at and stuff like that. So we were walking, and then, you know, then Inky and Lawrence kind of got quiet, and I was just like, where are we supposed to be going? I'm texting you like, where are you at? And all of a sudden, I see you like up ahead a little bit. I'm like, okay. I was like,
there he is.
I'm like, where have you been? I've been trying to call you and text you and sound like, what are we doing?
She's walking up towards me, I'm like moving backwards a little bit, then she catches up with me. But at this point, she doesn't know that everybody's like hiding around the corners.
Yeah, like around the corners,
you know,
up a little bit.
Upwards. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, right over there.
Yeah, and we were walking, and
as you're walking,
were we chat? I don't even know if we were chatting and walking, like little chatting. It wasn't.
The next thing, Inky and Lawrence they're taking like 2 steps front, 1 step back. 2 steps front.
Yeah, they were because they were in front chatting, and then we were in the back a little bit, and then they were, you know,
they were just giving like some distance.
Yeah. So then they turned around. I looked at Lawrence's face, and he like made this face. I'm like, what? You know, like I'm like, what's happening? And then he like backs up with making a funny face. And then I see like a whole crowd of people come out from the darkness. And then like the first person I see, I think it was like, I see Junior, then I see Erica, and I see Mommy, and I see Gina. Yeah. And I was friends, like,
you know.
Then I kind of figure out what's going on, you know.
At that point.
And because everyone's quiet. You know what I mean? Everyone's like quiet, and I'm just like, wait, what is going on?
Then, obviously, I just went down on my knees and like, okay, I guess it's time.
Yeah.
So then I proposed to her.
And I started crying.
She started crying.
But I was not understanding what you were saying.
Yeah, she started crying, and then she said yes and everything else. And
no, okay, so you said all your cutesy stuff, and then you opened the box, and when I saw the box, then I cried more because I was like, oh my gosh, because like, the ring was so beautiful. It was like shiny, beautiful. The pear, like in my head I was like, okay, shiny, beautiful pear, it's perfect.
Yep. Yeah. So I guess she got her perfect ring. That's what she made me believe. I want to believe that too.
I loved it so much.
So I put the ring on her finger, and then yep, that was our proposal.
Was it. So it was like a beautiful night on the Baltimore Harbor. The lights were hitting the water and reflecting off.
Was so great.
It was so beautiful.
Like we're there for probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, everyone was just like taking pictures, chatting, stuff like that.
And then we now went back.
We need to go back to the Baltimore Harbor.
Yeah,
like
to
have dinner
commemorate our engagement, right?
Yeah, we haven't been back since.
And then we went back to the hotel. I took her to her favorite spot.
I went to IHOP, get my pancake fix.
Anywhere that you have great pancake, take Ify there.
I'm there.
You know, we went there, got her pancake fix. And then we're up to like
we stayed up.
Whole night.
We stayed up.
We couldn't sleep.
We were so excited. And then the sun came up.
Talking about everything else, you know. And then obviously we called Ify's dad because he couldn't make it for the proposal because work and stuff. Called Ify, congratulated us. Called my siblings. Called my parents in Nigeria. We all they gave us their blessings and their congratulatory messages and stuff. And then the sun came out. We went out and took more pictures.
Yeah, it was like the best.
Well, and guess what? We had a wedding that afternoon. Yeah. So we just went back to our rooms. She went to her room. I went to my room.
Got dressed and
got
ready for the rest of the weekend with the family. It was fun. It was perfect because it was like you get engaged and then like your whole family's there and like you still get to be there like for the whole weekend and stuff. So it was fun.
It was fun. I mean, I remember planning that engagement. I thought it was gonna happen on the 24th, but it ended up happening on the 25th. Like about 2 a.m. on the 25th.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
So I mean, babe.
That's our love story.
That's our love story. You know, there's a lot more in and out of it, you know.
Yeah.
All the good
because we traveled everywhere.
We traveled to a lot of places. All the good times. All the little struggles. You guys know, right?
Little struggles.
All the little struggles. But yeah, I mean, all those good times. Yeah. So we had a fun time. That's the bigger part of our, love story and everything.
I feel like it's like our story is like a long run-on sentence. You know what I mean? Like it goes on and on. Like, you know,
a lot of things keep happening. New things. We travel to new places.
Like big opportunities and blessings. Oh my gosh.
You know, and then we keep having all the opportunities that come our way since we've been together. A lot of blessings, a lot of opportunities and stuff.
Like,
and then,
it reminds us like, wow, we're meant to be together.
Yeah, and then right now, look at everything else. You know, we're here planning our wedding, which is coming up just I always say a couple of weeks because
a few weeks.
You know. So, but yeah, we can't wait. You know, I can't wait to actually finally walk her down the aisle. You know, like as my wife.
Yeah.
in the eyes of God, you know. So I can't wait for that moment. And I look forward to our wedding day.
Yeah. I'm
like
excited.
no other day, you know. So yep, babe. Are you ready for that day?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hope you don't have cold feet, okay?
No, I hope you don't have cold feet.
I mean, you know already I'm not gonna have cold feet.
I hope you don't have cold feet. Do you know what you're getting yourself into with me?
I know that pretty well.
Okay.
I know her pretty well. And you know, I always tell people, yeah, she's, you know, we're not perfect, but we are the perfect, imperfect people for each other. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I always say that, you know,
Always have the
she's
best
the
time.
perfect imperfection for me, you know, and that is what I love about it, you know, and I believe we're gonna have a great marriage, you know. Yeah, we're putting all this time trying to get our wedding together, but we know very well that the wedding is just a day, and we're gonna put in even more to make our marriage work.
Yeah.
You know, so
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a fun time.
we're gonna have a fun time. Above it all, we want to make sure our marriage is lots and lots of fun.
Lots of fun. A lot of traveling.
A lot of traveling.
Yeah. A lot of adventures.
As couples, as families, with our
Yeah.
kids, you know,
Yeah.
go to new places. And we're gonna make sure that we're not just gonna switch over to becoming mother and father, but actually also remember they were actually husband and wife.
Yeah.
That part, I want to make sure is always gonna be on our everyday plan, whatever we're going through. So, yep. So, babe, I can't wait.
I know. Our adventure begins. Our adventure begins as the Madus. Meet the Madus.
I love you.
I love you too. Meet the Madus.
Yep. Alright guys. I guess you guys would keep getting more videos from us as our story unfolds.
Yeah, our story unfolds. Our fairy tale.
Yep. It's our fairy tale.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hope you enjoyed our story.
Yeah, I do. And I can't wait for more of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Madus out. And on forever.
Ever.